Tonight on The Real Hustle. A fake waiter takes your order and cleans out your bank account.
Oh God, I haven't got any money.
Watch out for the card catcher that gives the thieves your money. And the food vouchers that aren't worth the paper they are printed on.
She's basically given herself a license to print money.
This is The Real Hustle. We're going to uncover the secrets behind the most popular scams being carried out by con artists in Britain today. Our real hustlers are Alex, a confidence trickster; Jess, a sexy swindler; Paul, the scam artist. They've been travelling the UK to demonstrate to our hidden cameras exactly how the cons work. All the people in this show have been hustled for real, and after being given their money back, they agreed that the footage could be shown so you can avoid being ripped off by the same scams.
There's nothing like money for old rope, especially if the rope is free. The UK clothing and footwear industry was worth over £44 billion in 2005. How can hustlers resist a piece of that action?
Not every hustle takes place down a dark alleyway. Many of today's cons happen out in broad daylight, from the comfort of what appears to be a reputable shop. Alex, Jess and Paul have rented this shop to show you some of the most common cases of daylight robbery taking place on the high street today. This is the vintage clothing scam. This is The Real Hustler's latest venture, a vintage clothing store. Jess is putting the finishing touches to the shop and making it look normal, while Alex checks the hidden cameras and microphones.
Spot on. Perfect.
This is a two-way mirror concealing another of our cameras. It all looks real enough, so what is the team up to? The first customers arrive, and are soon browsing for a bargain.
Anything take your fancy?
I like that jumper. That one, how much is that one for?
That one's 60.
She's sorely tempted. It looks like a Chanel original, and for £60, that's a bargain. She decides to buy.
You'd be gutted if you came back in, it was gone, wouldn't you? You'd be like, oh.
And out comes the money. She's a happy shopper. So, what's the con? Well, there isn't a single vintage item for sale in the shop, and our hustlers didn't pay a penny for any of the goods. In fact, they've just picked it all up off the street. To see how they did this, we have to go back to the previous Friday. This is part one of the scam, the drop-off. Our hustlers are delivering fake charity collection bags to householders, who they hope will fill them up in good faith, believing that their generosity will help raise funds for charity. With the bags delivered, the team can go home and enjoy their weekend in anticipation of stage 2. It's Monday and time for the collection. The bags are now full with donated clothing and other items. The team merely have to harvest their catch. Back at the den, it's the sort. Items are selected for saleability and priced accordingly. Remember, these have cost the team absolutely nothing, and every penny made is going into their pockets.
This is.
Oh, look at this.
Yeah, look at that. Look
This.
at that. That is
Put
value.
a good
That is
label
value.
on that.
Sequins means money.
To make sure the garments look vintage, any telltale labels that betray a cheap provenance are removed.
Write these up.
Unlabelled, these garments will attract a high price. The next day, the shop is fully stocked and Alex puts the finishing touches to vintage RIP.
You should really wash some of this stuff.
Yeah, it does.
It's not long before they get some customers.
Well, vintage is old clothes that have been kept very well, and we've had them all reconditioned. So you get the old style, the old cut. Beautiful.
Alex is playing the convincer. It's his job to make sure everyone else in the shop feels comfortable about buying the goods.
Right then.
I'll take that, actually.
Do you want to do it?
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, that's £50. Okay.
I like your jacket.
Only 55, which 10% off today. Cheers. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Cheers, Jeff.
Bye. I'm Jess.
So with clothes that cost them nothing passed off as expensive antique fashion, they get their first sale.
Bye.
And Alex returns his shirt so he can buy it again.
Quickly before someone walks in, give me my 45 quid back. So we'll reset. All right, £15.
Sales rack up throughout the day.
All right, absolutely. That's £15. Just £10, please.
The real victims of this scam are the generous donors who put their clothes in the collection sacks 4 days ago thinking they were donating to a good cause.
39. Pretty much.
Charity collection scams are estimated to cost charities over £1 million each year in lost revenue. The trading day ends and Paul counts the takings. It's just over £1,000.
I'm quite shocked that they actually picked this up off the street. I don't know, I thought I got a bargain, but like obviously not.
It is a very cheeky idea because someone has given out the charity shop. The whole point of it is to help someone else, and they're trying to make money of it for the £15. It's not on, is it?
If a consumer is suspicious that the charity sack they've got through isn't real, they should check the logo on the sack, check that it is from a genuine charity, check the registered charity number. But also if they're still suspicious, call up the contact details on the sack, check that it is from a local charity shop. And finally, if they think that it's really not genuine, then they should perhaps think about taking it direct to their local charity shop.
After we gave back the money to the shoppers, we took all of the clothes and items we had collected and gave them to a well-known charity.
%50 of credit card fraud happens at cash machines. There's nothing worse than when a cash machine keeps your card, except when it later gives that card to someone else.
Alex and Jess are off to use the cash points in a busy shopping area. They'll be taking out a lot of money, not theirs, but someone else's. To do this, they'll be using a card catcher. Alex sets his trap while Jess occupies the other machine. This will prevent Alex from being caught tampering. Now they wait for a victim. In a shopping area, it's only a short time before someone wants to use a cash machine. This is the mark. He doesn't know it, but in a few moments his account will be raided by Alex and Jess. The Mark's attempts at a transaction all fail, and what's worse is that the machine won't return his card.
Oh, is it not? Oh, thanks.
The Mark leaves, phoning his bank for help. Now Alex will retrieve the trapped card, and the Mark becomes a statistic. 15% of all card fraud takes place at cash points, and last year that percentage cost over £65 million. Alex has cashed up so he and Jess can move on to their next victim. Let's go back to see how it was done. Alex needs to get hold of a customer's bank card, so he uses a card trapping device. Normally when you use a cash machine, your card is sucked inside the mechanism, so it can read the details on the magnetic strip. What Alex does is insert a card catching device that sits inside the ATM's card slot. When a card is inserted in the slot, it gets caught inside the card catcher and stays there until Alex comes along and removes the device and your trapped card. It only takes a few seconds for Alex to insert the card catcher into the slot. To the casual eye, it looks the same. Only in a side-by-side comparison is the difference apparent. Jess stays at the other cash machine so that the mark is forced to use the tampered one. Alex needs to know the mark's PIN, so he shoulder surfs the mark and uses his mobile phone to record the PIN as it's entered. With his card trapped in the machine, the mark gives up and leaves. He unwittingly plays straight into Alex's hands, as there is now nothing to stop him from retrieving the loop containing the card. With the mark's card and his PIN number, Alex has an open door to the victim's account.
When you're going to use a cash machine, before you put your card in, have a good look at the machine itself. Are there any devices that have been stuck on, especially around the card area? If you see anything suspicious, don't use the machine, alert the authorities. If you're going to use a cash machine that's attached to a bank, try and use the one that's located inside the bank. And when you're using a cash machine, always cover your PIN.
Once you suspect you've been caught out by a card catcher, you should report it to your bank and the police. Don't try and get it back out, because often there's several of these criminals waiting just around the corner, and that card's worth money to them. They want to get it.
Coming up later in the show.
Hi.
Hi there.
The water board, we're just doing a check down here. Do you mind if we run your water for a few minutes?
Alex and Paul dress up as two bogus workmen to pull off a distraction robbery.
This is a popular scam that targets tourists by virtually offering them a free lunch. But we all know there's no such thing as a free lunch.
At a cost of just a few pence, Jess has designed and printed some books of fake restaurant vouchers offering half-price meals at non-existent high-class restaurants. She's going to sell these to unsuspecting tourists in the fake food voucher scam. In order to look the part, Jess has made a t-shirt with a cheeky slogan, and with her bright jacket and fake ID, she hopes to sell her worthless vouchers for £10 a pop. With about 8 million visitors to the capital each year, it should be easy picking for Jess. She sets up in Trafalgar Square. Alex keeps a watch out in case of trouble. Remember, none of the restaurants mentioned on the vouchers exist, but the tourists won't know that.
Hello. Can I just take a moment of your time, please, just to tell you about our 2-for-1 offer that we've got from some of London's top restaurants. It's a booklet of 15 vouchers. It's £10, so that's 66 pence per voucher, and it's on some of London's top restaurants. Even if you only use one voucher, you are still saving a lot of money. You'll be saving the £10 that you'll be spending on them in the first place.
Where can you use it?
You can use it at all these different restaurants. It's got all the restaurants in here, and it's got all the addresses as well. Places that people
That'll be fake addresses, fake phone numbers, and non-existent restaurants. Surely that's a bargain.
a main and a dessert or something.
I have one.
Do
Yeah.
you want one?
Yeah,
come on then.
She's got a sale. £20 with no chance of a refund.
Thank you very much. Enjoy.
Lovely.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Bye.
These two guys have just spent £20 on worthless paper. By the time they find out, Jess will be long gone. It's lunchtime and business is brisk.
Hello. Selling some vouchers today, promoting 2-for-1 offers at some of London's top restaurants.
I get all those?
Got all of these, 15. They last for 5 months as well.
That's not bad.
Hello. How are you? It's this book that's worth £150. It's got 15 different vouchers in it. So it's £10 for 15 vouchers. If you're interested. Yeah, that's lovely. Thank you very much. Have a lovely time tonight.
Okay.
In under an hour, Jess has sold the lot. £150 profit.
66 pence per voucher.
So what do the tourists think?
She's basically given herself a licence to print money.
Got any restaurant vouchers?
We made up the restaurant names. The real scammers will use real names, real phone numbers and real logos, so this con doesn't just hit the tourist.
You're playing.
Go to the chipping.
We've also been victims of the food voucher scheme a couple of years ago, I think. And one of our staff actually ended up giving away a discount because of what the voucher said. And people were coming in with vouchers that we had no knowledge of.
The real hustlers are going to show you how to get free drinks off your mates by using proposition bets on some unsuspecting customers in this local pub. The proposition bet suckers you in as it's a bet on an event or an outcome you believe can only go one way, and it always does go one way, the hustler's way. So, watch and learn. Our real hustlers are relaxing in a pub, but have run out of champagne. Paul has spotted a group of friends and moves over with a view to getting them to buy him a bottle of bubbly.
That's quite interesting. Excuse me, guys. Can we treat you to a bottle of champagne? Can we have a good time?
Absolutely. Go for it.
We need to celebrate.
Go on. This is pretty good, actually. It's pretty expensive, but it is good.
The group of friends don't know it, but this bottle is worth £80.
We'll get you the champagne. I can't do exactly what I propose. I bet I can drink champagne out of this bottle without opening it. Without breaking the seal, without taking the wire off, or breaking the bottle in any way. What do you think?
I think it's not possible.
If I can do that, you buy us the champagne. If I can't, we'll buy you a bottle of champagne.
What do you say?
Okay.
So, can Paul really drink from the bottle of champagne without opening it?
What do you say?
Okay.
All right, it's a deal. Nothing is possible.
The group of friends accept the bet.
It's not from inside the bottle, is it?
You should have drink it from the bottle.
That's cheating.
Drink it from.
That's not right.
It is cheating, but it's also a free bottle of champagne for us.
Bring out the wallet.
That wasn't a glass even.
The hustlers get their excellent champagne and the friends get a rather large bill.
Oh, thank you.
80 quid.
That's for you.
A hard hat and a high-vis jacket can open a lot of doors, if you've got the confidence.
Alex and Paul are going to demonstrate how easy it is for you to get caught out on your own doorstep by bogus workmen. Alex and Paul are driving around a residential area looking for some roadworks. They'll be using these as a part of their cover story because Alex and Paul are going to pose as workmen from the local water board. They will attempt to gain entry to a home and whilst the owner is distracted, rob the house. Alex and Paul are rigged with hidden cameras on their helmets and in their toolboxes so we can see how this scam unfolds. They're going to hit a house that is dead opposite the roadworks.
Ready? Yeah. Hi, we're from the water board. We're just doing a check down here. Do you mind if we run your water for a few minutes? We're just going to run a dye through to make sure that the water's clear. It's very...
Where did you see you're from? So we're from the water board.
From Thames Water. There you go.
There you go.
All right.
The owner checks their ID, which of course is false.
Okay, it's fine. We'll just step in. We'll just have a quick look downstairs.
Do you mind if we just step in and run the water? I mean, you'll see what I'm talking about. It's really just to run the water on your tap. We're going to run a dye through, and if we see the dye, we know that you're connected to the wrong supply. Yeah.
Do you have anything upstairs? Do you have any bathroom upstairs?
Yes, I have.
Now Alex has to get the lady upstairs, leaving Paul to rob the house.
All right, if you mind showing me where it is, after you. He's going to be fine. He's just
Yeah,
looking
I'm
for
just
the
going to
dye.
watch your water for a few minutes.
As soon as Alex gets the lady up the stairs, Paul starts to strip the place of its easily saleable items.
All right. Do you mind opening that tap for me as well? Yeah. Do you mind undoing it for me? Because I need, yeah.
Alex has to keep the chat going in the bathroom to keep the lady occupied while Paul gets her car keys.
Now, can you just tell me if you see any blue dye coming?
Paul has a good route around in the kitchen.
Just let me know if you see anything blue coming through there. Yeah. Rob, anything downstairs?
Alex checks on how Paul is doing while the woman watches the water tap. Now Paul has to hide the stolen items inside the toolbox they brought in.
Is there anything coming from there? All right, we just need to leave it just 30 more seconds.
It's big enough to hide a camera, 2 mobile phones, a games console, the car keys and her purse.
All right, Alex, I think that's clear.
Paul gives the all-clear signal. It's time to leave.
Thanks very much for your help. Okay, cheers, sir.
Thank you, take care.
Paul was only on his own for just over a minute, but this householder has just lost all her valuables.
Don't be trusting of officials who knock on your door. Uniforms are possible to get. If you've got any doubts about who they are and what they're doing, ask for identification and then ring the company and check they're doing work in your area.
A while ago, I used to live on this street that was full of restaurants. There was restaurants everywhere, people sitting outside all the time. And I watched this one scam happen, especially in summertime.
In the summer, there is nothing the British public enjoy more than sitting outside a cafe or a restaurant. But unfortunately, while you're drinking and dining al fresco, you're at risk from unscrupulous con men, posing as fake waiters. Alex is relaxing inside this restaurant, but he's really watching the staff and an outside table. When someone sits at it, he's going to pretend to be a waiter, take an order, then steal their credit card. Suddenly, his wait is over. A couple come and sit at his target table. Now's his chance. As he casually walks out, he picks up a couple of menus.
Hi there. There you go. Some menus. What would you like to drink? Apple and mango, and you? Yeah? Okay. I need to ask you for a card because you're sitting outside to set up a tab. We won't charge the card. There we go. All right. I'll just get someone out to get your order, yeah? Okay.
Alex has to go back inside to make the con convincing. But as he waits in the hallway, a real waitress comes out. This is a highly dangerous moment because if the customers tell the waitress who served them, Alex will be caught red-handed. Alex listens to their conversation. The customers say that they have already ordered drinks, and the waitress goes back inside to check their order. Now Alex has to get out fast. And with a brazen fake shout to inside,
Can you come and take the order? I've just got to pop to the shop, okay?
he's off. The waitress has found out that there is no order and returns outside.
The guy who was wearing a white shirt. But I gave him my card.
You'll go inside and see. Really? It's not a job.
We went over and asked what the problem was.
Well, I was just sitting there and a guy came up, he gave us the menus and he took our order and then apparently he's not with the staff there, so he's just gone with my card. Oh God, I haven't got any money.
Just around the corner is another restaurant. Alex has spotted a table that hasn't been cleared, and he's going to use the items left on it as props for his next hit. As a couple sit down, Alex makes his move. He starts to clear up the table next to the couple, so when he approaches them, he seems like a legitimate waiter.
Hi there, is anyone taking your drinks order yet? What would you like to drink?
From inside the restaurant, he just looks like a friend talking to a couple at a table.
I'm sorry to have to ask you, but seeing as you're sitting outside, I'm going to have to ask for a credit card. Because we've had so many people doing runners.
It's such a convincing line that they hand over their credit card.
Thanks very much. Cheers.
Alex then has the cheek to go inside and appear to be a helpful customer.
Guys, thank you. Bye-bye.
And within seconds, he's away with the card. It was a full 10 minutes later that we told this couple what had happened.
The alleged waiter who took my card, I'm not happy with that. That I've got a lot of money in my account and he's going to be spending my money, which I need for my mortgage. I'm going to be really happy when I see him, basically.
Another restaurant, another victim. Now it's time to see just how simple this con can get. With a simple cloth as a prop, he's going to try it on with these two guys.
Is anyone taking your order? I need to ask you for a card because you're sitting outside to run a tab. Okay. Yeah? Just put one behind the till. All right, it's just going to be behind the till. We won't charge you. You can pay cash. Cheers.
With a glance over his shoulder to make sure they aren't watching, Alex just walks off around the corner with his ill-gotten gains. We went over and told these two guys that their waiter wasn't a waiter at all.
He didn't, he was wearing white, wasn't he? Where is he now?
Remember, try and hold on to your credit card until your food or your drinks have arrived. That way you know that the person who's serving you is genuine.
Beware of what people show you and tell you, and remember, if it seems too good to be true, then it probably is.